Hi everybody, Diamond Painting with Rhino here. Hey, happy Tuesday night. It's 10:28 p.m. in the Pacific Northeast, actually, the east side of the Cascade Mountains, Spokane Valley, Washington. So, I wanted to show you what I'm up to. So, Miss Southern Belle asked me to make some vinyl squares and demonstrate them, so I thought I would start by showing you how I create them. Now, this is called Design Space. It's the Cricut program that we use for our Cricut machines. So what I've done is I have made these vinyl square. Well, I haven't made them yet. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. But I've designed them. So there are 6 squares on each piece of vinyl. I'm going to have to use 2 of them to get 12. And they are 4 by 3. And then the inside, the heart will stay, but the outside, how do I explain this? I'm going to peel the inside of the square out, leaving the heart. Yeah, that sound right? Yeah, he's shaking his head, yes. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you this part of it. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to go pick out the vinyl that I'm going to use. And I usually try to use a removable vinyl just because it's easier to peel up if you would have to. They do make permanent, but that's hard to move, and it can, I don't like using it, so I prefer the removable. So anyway, I'm going to pause this and move over to my Cricut machine. So I'll see you over there. Okay. Okay, guys, I've moved over to where my machine is. It is a Cricut Maker 3, and here she is. I cut that out. I made that. Isn't that cute? And here's my computer. I'm going to move it for just a minute. And I'm sorry, you'll probably be all over the place. I'm holding my phone and trying to do this. So, oh, and look, I got to show you. Look at my little Cricut. Ah, hello there. It came with my machine. It's cute. So anyway, you open the top and the bottom automatically comes down. Okay, so I'm going to pause you again, and I have to get a stand because I cannot hold the phone and do the rest of this. So hang on. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I've got my machine ready. We had to do some finagling. I had to move my ring light. So here it is. And this is it's a sticky plastic that you use, and I'm going to put my vinyl on here, and then I'm going to tell the machine to cut those squares out on the vinyl I pick. Now, I haven't picked the vinyl yet, so this is going to be a little bit of a process, so I am going to have to pause you again, and I'm going to set you up in my ring light so you're going to get a good view of what's happening. So let me pause you. I'm going to get you put into the ring light, and then I'm going to pick the vinyl, and then we're going to get started cutting. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I've got my vinyl picked, selected, and I've chosen these 2 shades of blue. I just like to color coordinate everything. Doesn't really matter what colors you use, but like I said, I like to match. So what we're going to do now is we're going to peel. There's a plastic over the top of this, and we need to stick the vinyl down onto the cutting. It's not actually a cutting board. cutting plate, I guess you call it. And I'm sure Cricut has a name for it. This is a standard grip cutting board. I don't know. Cutting tray, cutting something or another. And it is a 12 by 12. So it works perfectly with the 12 by 12 vinyl. They make smart vinyl as well that you can use. I'm just going to sit it up here. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to tell the computer that I'm ready to do the project. So, here's my computer. It did decide it wanted to take a nap. Okay, here it comes. And it's fingerprint protected, so let me get back in there. Okay, good. So, now, I'm just going to, let's see if you can see it. There. Well, okay. Let me put it up here. This is a little bit awkward, but okay. So it says continue. I've got it all adjusted. I've got the number of copies set. I'm going to hit continue. Continue. Well, maybe. Oh, that's embarrassing. What the heck? Continue. There we go. Okay. Now what it's doing, it's looking for my machine. And it hasn't. There we go. It's going to connect. And here we go. So what we want to do is we're going to choose the type of medium that we want to use. And it is premium vinyl. Okay, it's already set up. I want to make sure you guys can see. Okay, and then what it's wanting, it wants you to tell it how much pressure for the knife. And I'm going to say more because I want a nice cut. And you'll see the tools needed. Tools and material. You've got, the only thing that's needed is the blade or the knife. Okay, and I'm just going to scroll down to show you there's nothing else. More. Okay. And for some reason, so now, okay, so that's good. Now it's sent to the machine. Everything's good. I've got it on the plastic cutting mat. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There's a couple grooves. You want to line it up in the grooves. You want to make sure that the plastic, or the vinyl, excuse me, is sticking to the mat. Then there is a little flashing, there, flashing button. You're going to press that and it's going to feed it in. The blade's going to move because it's measuring the piece of vinyl to make sure you've got enough vinyl for your project. Okay, so everything's good. We're ready to go. And now you can see over here that there is a arrow flashing, and that means you can proceed to cut. And so press it, and now here it goes. It'll take just a second and you'll see the blade starting to move. And it's pretty fun to watch because it does things in a set pattern. It does make a little noise, but not too bad. But it cuts it out in segments. And it doesn't take very long at all. It takes just not even a few minutes. Well, yeah, probably a few minutes. But so I know this is a kind of haphazard video. Not really set up to do this kind of recording, but I wanted to show you the entire process to see what goes into making vinyl. And you can get vinyl in rolls or sheets. I prefer the sheets. You can get smart vinyl or this kind of vinyl. Cricut makes all kinds of products. And then there's other manufacturers that make vinyl, and I've tried. This is from Amazon. This isn't necessarily a Cricut product, but it works great with this is a Maker 3. So, and it's going to be done here in a minute. It's going back around for the final cut. And then what'll happen is I'll go to page 2. Okay, so it's finished. And over here, right there, it's saying you can release the vinyl. And it's going to spit it out. Okay, so now we're going to gently peel this off. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can definitely see where the machine made the cuts in the vinyl. Okay, so you gently peel this off of the sticky mat, cutting mat. We're going to put it over to the side. And then we're going to do it again with this other color. Now I did pick out a, oops, let's go the other way. This isn't perfectly square. Oh, okay. That's all right. Usually I use 12 by 12s, but these are not exactly 12 by 12s, but it's okay. When it comes to putting this, if I had a bigger work surface that I could actually sit this down flat, it's much easier to adhere the vinyl to the mat, but I make do with what I have. So there we go. That's gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna get it all, make sure it's nice and stuck down. Let's see. Oh, I do have it. Okay. Cricut makes, like I said, all kinds of products for every need that you might have. And this is a little squeegee. It's used for putting vinyl on mugs, or you can use it to get the bubbles out when you're using the mats. It's a multi-purpose tool, and it works great when you're doing something like this. There we go. Okay. And yeah, there's a little, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. I've got all my goodies in here. Got some pens that you can use with the machine. And over here, this is where you can store your blades. It's magnetic. I only have one, but they have all kinds. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Okay, there. But that will be for another day, maybe. If you ever are interested in Cricut machines, there's a lady by the name of Jennifer Maker, and she knows everything and anything you would ever want to know about Cricuts, machines, paper, vinyl, cardstock, printers to go with sublimation. She is just a wealth of information. So if you want to know more, I would definitely look her up. And this just does not want to all fit. Oh. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of that stuff out of there. Can't beat me. I'm the Rhino. There. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. And then over here on my computer, because this is 2 pages, I'm going to go to number 1. pick the vinyl, and I'm sorry, I'm off screen, I know. Go to more. And then it's blinking again. And what happened was with that first cut, first page, I was on page 2 of my project. So that's why it was acting a little bit squirrely. So anyway, but it's working fine. It's going to cut just fine. Just remember that if you're using more than one piece of vinyl, there will be more than one page, and you do have to click on each page in order to print it. So it's blinking, so I'm going to feed it in again. And there it goes. The blade's moving over. And there goes the piece of vinyl. It's being measured. Okay, it says, oh yeah, you got enough. Rhino, cool. You're good to go. And then it comes back to the middle, and then now the arrow's flashing, which means that I can proceed and I can cut my project. So here we go. And there we go. Okay. All right. Now, I like to have a little center piece, and I've chosen a heart. That's just what I've chosen. You can choose to have a square, diamond shape, whatever, or you don't have to have it. It's just something that, I don't know, I like to add that little bit of cuteness to them. And then you can also use a black marker. This is pretty dark. I don't know if a marker would work, but you can actually number your vinyl squares after you get it put on your project. It's really up to you how you want to proceed with that. Now after this finishes printing, I am going to end this video because I need to prepare the vinyl and make sure I get it cut out and get my piece of transparent vinyl cut out, and then I will do an in-depth video on how to apply it. And of course, this is my way that I do it, but you can choose to do it the way I like to do it, or you can maybe come up with a way that's better for you. So completely up to you. Okay, so we're all finished with printing our squares. So, woohoo! That wasn't too bad. I always worry, especially when you're cutting out vinyl. Okay, so I've got quite a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video and check it out to make sure it's okay. And if it's not, I will come up with an alternative. So I shall see you all in a little bit. Bye.